This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a first down throw, Kelly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
Set! Green, 39!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Kelly. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, it's Kelly. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down. Here's a give to Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Kelly to throw on third down. Man open, Rice. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His throw incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A handoff to Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Kelly. And this is going to be incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Now let's go! 3-19!
Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Hot! Hot!
He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now a handoff looking right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make...
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll start out on the ground is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Leopard! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll run it here. So quick on the spin.
Oh, he's spinning, man.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
right, here we go. Blue, 90.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Set, 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
One will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Kelly on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Kelly now throwing again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So we've hit halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interceptions, or maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They run a draw here on second down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Now Kelly on third down. And this one is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Running left, it's Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And this one will be to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Kelly. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Saquon Barkley, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
A play fake. Now Kelly. And that is incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th. They'll run it now. out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They'll look to set up his blockers. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 1st down, it's Kelly. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discredited.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Kelly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A second down throw for Winston. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And on the ground they go with a running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
You got 4. You got 4. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.